Hey guys, it's me Hannah and welcome back to my channel. If you hear the air conditioner, I am currently running it because it's hot in my room. So anyway, this video is not a book review, but it is a college related video. So yeah, before we get started, if you didn't know, I am a college student, well, graduating college student. So I'm graduating in a few days. So exciting. Anyway, so I thought I would share and ignore this. I have a big pimple and it hurts so bad. So if you see it, just ignore it. But anyway, I have a whole list of stuff that I'll be talking to you guys about today. So, and like my new setup. I love it. It's so cute and I cannot wait to use it for my book related videos, which is coming soon. So yeah. So this video is going to be a post-college plans and college tips as a straight A college student. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get categorize this into 5 categories, and that is post-college plan, my college story, college tips for success, how college changed my life, and my future goals. So yeah, now we're gonna breeze through this. I'm gonna try not to look at my laptop a lot, but I really have it like all written out right here on a Google Doc. That's how I do my videos for, yeah. So because I always get tongue-tied, and if I always get driven to another topic if I just, and ignore this right here, ignore this corner right here. This is my messy corner. Just ignore it, please. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with post-college plans. So what am I doing after college? Well, if you didn't know me, I am a early childhood education major, which means I'm getting an associate's degree in applied science. So because of this, I can really get a job in the healthcare profession, but that's not what I studied. I studied early childhood education. So I want to find myself a job where I work in a school setting, and yeah, preferably Head Start, but I heard that they're getting rid of Head Start, and I hope they don't, because I love Head Start better than preschool because they're learning instead of like, yeah. And I'm also going to spend, look at my new bracelet, yeah. Anyway, so this was one of my graduation gifts from my teachers, and I love it. Anyway, so, and also, along with that, I'm going to try to get my driver's license, because your girl still has a permit, so, and I had it for 2 years, and it's about time I get my driver's license, so, yeah. And also, daycares and preschool facilities will not hire me unless I have a driver's license. So that's one main reason why I want a driver's license. Okay. And also, I'm going to read a lot, make a lot of reading book related content, and I'm just going to enjoy my stress-free, kid-free summer. So yeah. I had to grab my water, and yes, it's stated we're supposed to do that in daycare, so. Alright. The next part we're going to talk about is my favorite part, my college story. Alright. Buckle up. This is a lot. So, I graduated high school in 2021, and after that, I was going to take a gap year, which means I was not going to go to school because I couldn't afford it financially. And so because of this, I was going to take a gap year, and which means I was going to go, instead of 21, like fall 21, spring 22, I was going to do fall 22, so on. And so yeah, but then one summer I came across the Brighter Future Scholarship from one of the community college I'm at right now. And I was like, my parents were like, you should take this as a opportunity because you never know. You might get it, you might not. If you don't, that's fine. You can try again next spring semester of 2022, or you can try again in the fall semester of 2022. So I took my chance and I got in, surprisingly. I got in August, beginning of August of 2021. And the rest was history. And yeah. Alright. Now we're going to talk about college tips for success. So if you didn't know, I am graduating college with all A's and 1 C, but all A's and some B's. But it's not that hard if you just prioritize school. That's what I done. Like, I work, I dance, and I do school. But on top of that, I always put school first. That's one main tip that I have, is put school first and your other stuff last. I used to be so passionate in dance that I took classes, dance classes, 3 days a week, sometimes 4. And because of that, I was barely catching up in my classes. And so I took a break from dance to focus on my freshman year of college. And I loved it so much to the point where I decided I want to go back to dance, but I'm taking 1 class. And yeah, so when I first came back to dance, I did a tap and jazz class and a solo. And then a year after that, I did a solo. And then, yeah, so really prioritize school first and then do what you love last. And yeah. That's tip number 1. Let's move on to another tip. Alright, tip number 2 is attend your classes. I learned this the hard way. So, a little story time, and I'm not going to get into detail because me and this girl, we put our differences aside, and so if you want to know more in depth, I'll link a video in the description box down below. I'll try it like in the E. I don't know if you can do that. But anyway, so I took an English 112 class, and this was not barely a year. So, and I was in a group with these 2 girls, and the one girl, she assigned everyone a task. And so I did my task, but because I had other classes to do and other education classes to do, I told her I'll get to it when I can. And so you're just going to have to be patient with me. I'll do it. It's just, so, but then my teacher was like, we're having a writing workshop, so if you want to come, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. I'm not going to hold it against you. It's not for a grade if you don't show up. So I was like, okay, I won't show up because, let's be honest, I live an hour from the school, and I am not going to have my parents drive me, and I'm not going to have them wake up early and drive all the way over there just for that writing workshop. And because of that, me and this girl got in a squabble, and she kicked me out of the group for no reason. And so then she got the teacher involved, and so I just learned, just attend your classes. Don't, even if it's a writing workshop, just attend your classes. So yeah, so that's tip number 2. Let's move on to the next tip. Okay, next tip. As a college student, you're going to do a lot of papers, and you're going to have a lot of English classes, and your English professors are going to expect a lot from you. So this next tip is, don't be afraid to research. Now, because of this, I love to research. I research everything. Like, the other day, I found out that there's, in Virginia, that there's a graveyard of presidents, their heads. And I literally research that the whole day. Like, I can sit here and tell you all about it, but I'm not going to, because that's not what this video is aimed towards. So yeah. So don't be afraid to research. And when I say this, then because of this, the college library LibGuide is my best friend. Your college LibGuide will be your best friend when it comes to researching, because with mine it's great. You can mark off some stuff. You can like some stuff you can find like at the library. You can find your stuff online. You can even, they have like a lot of PDFs on there that you can like download onto your computer and print it off. And because when I do that, I like to read it. And this is what I call this, the highlighting method, the annotating method. And if you didn't know, I'm an annotation girly. So of course I'm going to annotate we call it the PDF from the, So my method is find a PDF that you like on your college LibGuide, download it, print it off, and read it, find the most relevant topic to talk about, and try to write it in your own words, because we don't want to plagiarize. And then write your paper and ow! Oh gosh, that hurt. Oh my gosh, I hit my finger on my straw. It's like, and it hurt. Okay, anyway, I was talking. So don't be afraid to use your college LibGuide and resource, because they're there to help you. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to use it. Next tip is, this one will depend on what your major is and what your college institution does for assignment wise, but the next tip is map out your assignments. So this is why I love college more than homeschool. It's because with homeschool you have to turn in everything, five things in each subject at the end of the day. But with this, it gives you a week to get your assignments done. At least that's what my community college allows. Is you have the module is really lengthy. You have a week to do it, but they will give you 14 days to do it, or else you're kicked out of the course. And that was great for me, because I'm motivated, but sometimes I have days where I don't want to do school, and so and so what I'll do is that I'll say an assignment due Thursday. I'll do my assignment, and then Thursday after I get done with my module, sometimes that'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, and then Thursday I look at everything that I have to do, and I plan out each assignment by the day before the due date. And then I try to find time to do it. What I like to do, and it helped me a lot in college, is I go in my room and I shut my door and no distractions, and it's really great. And I love that, and I hated that. Let's be real, I hated that method when I was in homeschool, because I hated being isolated. But now that I do it, it's not that bad, because you're getting your stuff done versus procrastinating, which I do a lot. So that is that tip, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, this next one is, don't be afraid to reach out to your advisors. The reason why I say this is I love my advisor so much, and she helped me a lot when it comes to advising for my classes. Even when I wanted to move to a different English class, after that fiasco that happened with that girl, she was willing to find a solution for me to move to another class. But then I told her I'll just stick around and see if I like it anymore. So I did, and But the reason why I say this is because they know what they're doing, so they know what classes you need, and they know what credits you need to graduate. And I guess this next tip could go with the last one that I just said, and that is don't be afraid to reach out to your instructors. Now, because of this, I love my instructors so much. Like, they'll help you if you approach them nicely. That's what they're there for. If you don't understand an assignment, don't be afraid to reach out to your instructor. They will help you. Depending on which instructor you get, they will help you. If they don't respond, then ask another classmate. That's what I always do. So yeah. Okay, let's move to the next portion, and that is how community college changed my life. So if you didn't know, in middle school, I was a victim of bullying. And because of this, I hated going to school. Like, I hated school. I did not want to get up in the morning. I did not want to go. The only motivation that I had to go get up to school was because my ex-best friend was going to be there. But anyway. But then I was homeschooled, and when I was homeschooled, I kind of missed being, like, with other kids. So, but I stayed homeschooled because I didn't want to go back to my high school, so I didn't. And, so, yeah, so when I started community college, I was like, this is going to be middle school all over again. I'm going to get bullied. So I tried hard not to be the same girl that I was in middle school. So I became a version that I wanted to be when I was in middle school. So, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. And because of this, I took online classes half my freshman year of community college. And I talked to my advisor for the first time and in person, and she was like, why don't you try doing both online and in person, so that way you won't have to endure like that trauma again. So I did, and I loved it ever since, and I've been doing it since then. I decided to do remote for my senior year of college, but yeah. So yeah, that is how college changed my life. And I do have one suggestion, one thing to say. If you decide to go to, I think you're better off at a community college than you are at a university, because here's the thing, and I had this option when a long time ago. When you attend a community college, you can be either a career entry graduate, or you can be a transfer, which means you go to that community college and you get your credits there, and then you finish your credit at a 4-year institution. Because I was going to do that 1 year because I wanted to at least major in dance. So yeah, and then my advisor was like, well, why don't you, like, if you decide to be a transfer student, why don't you major in early childhood education but minor in dance? I was going to do that, but then I have anxiety. I have severe anxiety. I can't do that. So, and I hate being away from home. So I didn't want to do that. So, yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah, community college changed my life. I know so many great people. I made a lot of great friends. And I hate to leave it, but that's part of life. You gotta end one chapter to open another one. I'm excited. But yeah. Okay, the last one that we're going to be talking about is my future goals. Now, a lot of people ask me now that I'm graduating if I would be willing to go get my bachelor's in teaching. And I thought deep and hard about this. I was like, I could. But that probably won't happen for another 5 or 6 years. So, yeah. But I might consider it. I don't know. I want to take one step at a time before I decide to jump into something. So, yeah. Now I'm going to drink water because my voice is about gone. Alright, and I just don't want to jump into something quickly before, so, but I might, it's like, I'm taking it in consideration. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. if I want to, I'll do it. But right now, I'm just following. If you're not, but right now, I'm just taking it one step at a time. Like, I'm taking it one step at a time, and I'll decide when I get there. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, click the like button and subscribe. And I'm also going to talk to you guys about my future videos. I have a few book related videos coming out. I got one which is a I used to do this a lot on my channel. If you remember me from my fandom days, you would know that I used to do Kiss, Marry, Kill with fandom characters, and I'm actually considering doing that with book boyfriend edition. And I'm also writing out a draft of for the Wild Eyes book review. So yeah, so hopefully those will be soon. I'm actually reading book 3, Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I was gonna do a book vlog on that, but I haven't picked it up, and I don't know, I might finish it, I might not. We'll just see what happens. But I'm hoping to read more so I can do more of these book videos for you guys. So yeah, but anyway, enough of me talking. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!